Futaba will be in your care today. Make sure you don't let any dudes try to hit on her.
Oh, don't worry, I mean, I was gonna say we're experts at that, but I mean, it was actually Makoto who was threatening most of the sleazy guys in Shinjuku, so, yeah, Makoto will break people's noses if they try.
Summer beaches are filled with all sorts of idiots letting loose. I need you to stay by her side.
Well, you see, here's the problem. Since we've got, you know, basically our whole crew with us, I'm pretty sure the idiots are going to include us.
Hey, can we go already?
Are you sure you'll be all right?
It's just a day trip. Don't underestimate me.
Right. Sorry. Guess I just have to let it go. Have fun, but be careful, you two.
A lot of people have said they really like Jameson Price's performance as Sojiro during the whole interaction with Futaba. He really does sound like a genuinely concerned father. It's kind of interesting because Jameson Price normally plays like kind of stoic big guys without a huge amount of like emotion.
Oh man, it's packed.
Sorry for the wait. Got a better opinion of me now? What? Cat got your tongue? Come on.
Are we messing around?
What? This is perfect! There's nothing perfect about that. Stay still for a second. You'll be just fine.
Oh, it's so hot.
So, I'd first like to comment on something. That whole reaction that An just had to Ryuji in that scene, that's one of the reasons that I kind of ship them. It's like in any other, like, if it was anyone else in any other, like, Japanese game, you would expect An's reaction to Ryuji doing that would be, ew, pervert, go away. But she actually playfully teased him about it, and that got a better of opinion of me now thing. Yeah, that makes me wonder if something's actually going on there.
There's a lot of people here. Are you okay, Futaba? I'm fine. You guys are here. It's almost lunchtime. No! The squid's staring at me!
Futaba's not looking in that direction. Sorry, that was an obligatory joke.
It's cooked, so don't worry. Would you even eat squid if I'm not around?
Why don't we eat lunch too?
At least, what they're having over there is not Argentum monkfish, or we'd really be in trouble.
I'll go get some stuff for us then.
You're eating that even here?
My staple food.
Yeah, that's actually commented on in her art book profile as well.
This should be a familiar flavor. Yet how does it taste so good?
Yeah, I often find that food does tend to taste better at the beach, and I'm not really sure why. It helps, though, that where I live, there are a few decent fish and chips places near beaches.
What's up, Makoto? You ain't eating much. Not feeling well or something?
Well, there's the fact that Morgana's kind of staring at you right now, and I'm not sure why.
You just don't get it, do you, Ryuji? When a girl's in a swimsuit, she wants to look as slim as possible. Still, you're worrying too much. Did you make sure to eat breakfast? Mona lacks tact.
I get the feeling Mona's been looking up that kind of stuff for reasons that are very obvious. On.
So, what do we do now? Should we play some beach volleyball?
I don't know if volleyball is exactly something that anybody here wants to think. Well, anyone here who's been to Shujin wants to think about again.
Oh, sorry. Us girls already made plans to ride a banana boat.
It's probably not a literal banana, right?
We could only rent a 3-person one. Sorry.
Wait, then what about us?
Keep an eye on our stuff.
Hell no! Why do you gotta treat us like that? We're celebrities making headlines. You should treat us better.
Yes, but people aren't supposed to know that.
I do think they're not bad in the metaverse, but in reality... Strange, isn't it?
They can steal treasures, but they don't seem like they can steal a girl's heart at all.
But, Lady On... Can we get to the banana boat already? Oh, sorry. We'll go now.
I don't know, those comments always just felt kind of a little bit uncharacteristically cruel from, like, the characters in this game. There really isn't sort of sniping on that. Like, the Persona 4 cast do that a little bit, and it's kind of more obvious that the guys deserve it sometimes, but in 5, I feel like it doesn't really gel with the way that the team dynamic is supposed to be.
We'll switch when we're done. Keep an eye on our stuff for us. Banana! Banana! Ah, the sand's way out! It's dangerous if you run around like that. Here comes
Damn it. They don't get how amazing we are.
I do love, though, those scenes where there's no, like, dialogue on screen and yet the voice acting is still continuing.
We risk our lives being phantom thieves. There's no way we're the same as other guys around here.
Oh no, I think I know where this is going. It's a Persona game, it's the beach, the guys want to prove themselves.
Shouldn't we be having more good times in reality too?
This line actually kind of sums up one of the issues I have with P5's plot, actually.
Right? Don't you agree, Yusuke?
Well, if you put it that way, you may be right.
I haven't commented on it yet, but I love Yusuke's beach getup, just the fact that he has this white hoodie over everything.
On and the others don't get it because they're always around us.
Hey, how do we get Lady On to notice how amazing we are as phantom thieves?
Well, we gotta steal you know what.
No, don't do this one or we're the ones who are going to be arrested.
On made fun of us and all? Let's show her what we're really made of.
I see. I just need to prove my skills in reality as well.
Let's steal all the hearts with the skills we've honed as phantom thieves. I'm sure girls will be all over us considering the vibes we give off.
Oh, okay, right, that's the kind of heart you're talking about here.
Very well, let's do this. Pulling off our work in reality doesn't sound bad.
Well, Yusuke, you do remember what happened with the whole Yukata incident? Yeah, I'm not sure you're going to be that cut out for this.
Get settled then. So, Mona, you're in charge of watching over our stuff, okay?
So right now the hierarchy in terms of the butt monkeys goes the girls, the guys, Mona.
Alright, let's hurry up and go.
I mean, I kind of feel like maybe some of the girls would like us more if we had Mona along, show that we're good with animals, I don't know.
Hey, what the hell? Get back here! Don't leave me behind!
At least we don't have to witness Mona hitting on anyone. So one thing that I actually like about this incarnation of Operation Babe Hunt, there's no dialogue at all. It's all just done entirely in voiceless scenes, and they pretty much speak for themselves. I will say though, I love the way the ocean's animated here. It's a shame that you don't actually get to see it that often in this game.
I don't know. The ocean just looks kind of bland to me.
I was just saying the exact opposite.
Don't say that like I'm the only one who messed up. We were going at it as a team, right?
Maybe that was the problem. They didn't like 3 guys hitting on them at the same time.
Did someone follow us here? Something tells me we're being watched.
Yusuke's passive perception just perked up.
Really? You think one of those girls changed her mind?
OMG, it's the Golden Boy himself!
And he's already got his own little entourage. We really did teach him right, didn't we?
You? Oh no. What are you guys doing here?
Sometimes we just gotta get out of the city, forget the nightlife, breathe fresh air, enjoy some eye candy.
We thought we lost our protege. Who would have guessed our vacay was actually the call of fate?
Actually, hang on a minute. That's... I recognize that voice actor.
Oh, what's with the look? Don't believe in fate? Or did you really not have fun last time?
You gonna tell us you saw yourself in all that chiffon and felt nothing?
That's... Wait a minute, that's DC Douglas, isn't it?
I don't think I felt what you guys were hoping.
Oh, honey, I get it. Everyone's nervous when they first start out. But trust me, you'll make their jaws drop.
Just an hour at the Vanity, 3 hours at the boutique, and we can just pick up where we left off last time. So, are you ready to steal some hearts?
We gotta go. Sorry.
Was it something I said? Oh, what a tragedy. Another starlet slips through our fingers.
No more makeovers.
And that's the last time they ever appear in the main story, so don't worry. So regarding that scene, yeah, that was changed in the English localization, but how that was changed in Japanese is actually pretty interesting. So, in Japanese, that entire scene is completely identical to how it was in Vanilla P5. With one exception. There was a line where they talk about forcing Ryuji to strip. They just straight up deleted that sentence. It's kind of interesting. The line is exactly the same as it was in base P5 in Japanese, just that sentence is gone. That's the only change made to that scene in the Japanese version, and again, it points to my theory of them trying to downplay the sexual implications of what they're saying to Ryuji.
By the way, where's Yusuke?
So this is where you two were. I've been searching for you.
But we take the edge off of one of the worst scenes in the game, with one of probably the more memorable comedy scenes in this game.
What are you doing with those lobsters?
While you were busy with your interrogation, I found these beautiful specimens on sale. And so I decided to spend the last of my money on them.
Because you see, in an alternate universe, I am actually a samurai who is often compared to one.
Man, you're real hopeless when it comes to cash. Wait, you were watching us? Why didn't you help?
Apologies, but I was entranced. The moment I set eyes on this distinct shape, I was in love. I haven't had my very core shaken as vigorously as this since the first time An entered my gaze.
You know, at this rate, when it comes to things Yusuke's saying that could easily be taken out of context, he's almost as bad as Shizo from Puyo Puyo.
Good for you.
That delivery is so amazing. Yeah, just this whole playthrough is like one of the main things this is showing me is I am liking Max Mittelman's performance so much more than I ever have.
We're here with friends.
Come on, don't lie to us, baby. How about you come for a nice cruise on our boat?
That sounds a lot like Yuri Lowenthal as well. I'm really getting a lot of voice actor recognition vibes in these scenes.
There's going to be a party too. Tons of celebrities and industry people will be coming along.
Are you even listening to us?
Sorry about the wait.
Huh, so you were serious about being here with friends.
Yusuke, attack them! Sink the lobes on them, now!
That's what we've been saying from the start.
Don't you find it boring spending your time with kids like them?
It's far more interesting than anything involving you two.
Oh, nice.
What was that?
Hey, let's just let the children have fun with fellow children. We'll be going now.
What creeps? Thanks for coming in like that. Those guys just wouldn't stop pestering us.
Yeah, who does that?
To be honest, I was nearly at my wit's end.
By the way, where are Futaba and Morgana?
Oh right, we promised Sojiro to watch her. Whoops.
Ooh, are those lobsters? One in each hand!
I was wondering about that myself. Are you going to make them into sashimi? Or perhaps roast them whole?
Enough of your vile postulations. These are purely for the sake of visual appreciation.
We did tons of stuff today. All in all, I guess coming to the beach was pretty worth it.
You changed your tune fast. Well, that ball's gone.
We should probably start heading home.
I wonder whose ball that was. Did we bring that, or did we, like, rent it? Because, we probably lost our deposit because that ball is, atomized now.
Agreed. Let's pack up.
Futaba seemed fine in the crowd, too. So it looks like she's overcome her last exercise.
Hey, Futaba! We're going home! Stop standing around and help us!
You know, all this time, I thought that it was my fault that my mom died.
Uh-huh.
It's because everyone said that I killed her. Everyone looked at me thinking I was a murderer. I ended up hating this world. That's why I shut myself in and covered my ears. I wished my mom would come back to life. Sometimes I'd wake up and think it was all a dream. But nothing had changed in the world. That's why I'd sleep again. It'd be a repeat of that. I loved my mom. I wanted to become like her. How she'd work late into the night. How she'd wake up early and make me a boxed lunch every day. How she'd do her best to further her research. How she'd scold me for peeking at her notes. It was cognitive science, wasn't it? The cognitive world can become distorted through desires. If it becomes distorted, a person begins exhibiting problematic behavior in reality.
Problematic is a massive understatement given who we've dealt with.
That cognitive world disappears when you remove its core, and further problematic actions stop.
So she knew about this change of heart thing from the start.
Isn't that about palaces? That's the metaverse. She knew about that?
It made no sense back then. But now I understand after it actually happened to me. All I thought about was my mom. I was trapped in a cognitive labyrinth. I couldn't get out of it. There was nothing I could do by myself.
That's why you asked us to steal your heart? That's a huge jump in logic in so many ways.
No, not really. I mean, she was listening in on us, she found out what we do. Given how desperate she was, I can see why she did that.
At first, I didn't believe the rumors about the Phantom Thieves, that they steal hearts. But I overheard you accidentally. I learned that you were near me.
Overheard? Ah, the bug. So why were you listening in on LeBlanc in the first place?
I had to keep an eye on Sojiro, make sure he was actually working.
Talk about an awful hobby.
You talked about stealing hearts. When I heard that, I was so happy I jumped up and down. I thought maybe the Phantom Thieves could cure my heart.
You could have just told us from the start.
You might have been wary of me if I asked out of nowhere. And besides, you could have been bad guys. That's why I cautiously got in contact with you. I checked many times to see how you'd react.
Yes. You had us twisted around your little finger. But Futaba, you didn't talk to anyone besides Boss for a long time, right? You must have needed a lot of courage to contact the Phantom Thieves.
There were two reasons for it. One was Medjed's taunt. The Phantom Thieves were so pitiful, it frustrated me.
That, you know, plus they were using your name to commit cybercrime, so you kind of wanted them dealt with too.
I would have been in trouble if they got disbanded too.
Indeed. You were our only hope.
The other was what I heard through wiretapping LeBlanc. Sojiro was being blamed with lies, like abusing me.
Oh yeah, you would have heard Saya's conversations too.
He was being threatened to spill everything about my mom.
Talk about making shit up.
The thing is though, the whole situation with Futaba easily could look like abuse from an outside perspective, so I can kind of see why Saya went from that angle, even if it was a dirty tactic to get information out of him. Yeah, the fact that she was always holed up in her room, never going outside, and the fact that he officially had custody of her, a lot of it didn't really look good.
It made me sad, and it hurt. I thought, I have to save Sojiro. I gotta do something. So that's why. But the Phantom Thieves, I didn't think you guys would be taking such risks for me. I didn't think you'd worry about me so much. I'm sorry that I acted like I doubted you guys.
Do you believe in us now?
Yeah, I can tell. You aren't bad guys. That's why I have a request. Let me join your team.
There's nothing to join. You're already one of us.
I'll be honest. Changing people's hearts isn't my goal. I want to learn what happened to my mom. The reason why she was killed.
Killed?
It was written in her notes. Should the self in the cognitive world die, the self in the real world would lose consciousness.
That is why we were very careful not to destroy the shadows of any of the palace rulers we fought. It's also why you would not want to kill any of them in Persona 4, to talk one game back.
Is this about mental shutdowns?
Then the criminal that Kaneshiro mentioned.
Yes, that could be the case. I don't like pursuing this line of thought, but perhaps your mother's shadow was... I don't know for sure, but right before my mom died, she didn't seem right.
In what way?
No matter how much I talked to her, she wouldn't answer back. And she didn't jump into the road, it was more like she collapsed and fell in. That's why I thought what was written in the notes was real, and looked into it. I read books, checked theses that were released online. I even snuck into the networks of various research labs to look at their classified data.
That's why you're good at hacking. What kind of brain do you have?
But I didn't figure anything out. My mom's research was nowhere to be found. She was killed by someone, and her research was treated like it never existed. I bet it's them. Those adults in the black suits who read the fake suicide note.
There's no hope that she recognizes any of their faces or anything, right?
I'll never forgive them. Futaba. If I stay with you guys, I think I can find out more about that world. Then eventually, it might even lead to those men in black. It's a super personal reason why I want to join you. Is that okay? Or would I just be dead weight?
If anything, you're dependable. Ain't that right, Mona?
Why are you looking at me? Are you trying to say I'm inadequate?
Well, she was more useful than you, as a matter of fact.
Hey, that's inexcusable! This is what our Phantom Thieves are like. But I hope we get along, Futaba.
Yep, that pretty much sums us up. Ryuji arguing with a cat.
Thanks.
Let's leave those two be. Why don't we lose no time and decide on Futaba's codename?
What's that?
It's not cool if we called each other by our real names.
That and, you know, whole anonymity thing.
Joker, Skull, Mona, Panther, Queen,
Of course, Mona doesn't really need one, but he gets one anyway.
and I'm Fox.
In Futaba's case, hacker wouldn't be right, would it? Mech?
PC?
No.
Why don't we go literal and call her Goggles?
Super lame. You've got no taste, kitty.
As always, Futaba is savage.
In your face.
Do you have any good ideas for Futaba's codename?
She is literally the entire internet.
Too simple. What would you want it to be, Futaba? Oracle. With my vision, I'll guide you all to victory.
And this is really interesting because this is the one code name that was actually changed outside of Japan. So in the Japanese version, her code name is Navi, like short for navigator, and I'm not really sure why they changed this. Oracle is possibly a reference to Barbara Gordon in Batman, the identity that she takes up as Batman's kind of mission control after she got paralyzed in that arc. But yeah, I don't know whether people thought Navi was too close to Ocarina of Time or something, but yeah, they actually changed this one.
Sounds great. Futaba will be Oracle.
But man, I never even dreamed that the rumored Phantom Thieves would be so close.
Yes, the gang of rumor is right here.
Same goes to you. To think you'd be the daughter of a metaverse researcher. Talk about a mysterious fate.
Yeah, it's a little... This is one of those things where it's like, yeah, it's kind of a really hard to believe coincidence, and the fact that we were targeted by someone who by people who turned out to be using the handle that she used to use online. But I mean, you know, a lot of plots just have to do this kind of thing.
Should we get going then?
Yep, let's go home.
To the planet as cool and blue as wait, no.
Yes. The incident with Medjed seems to have been more effective than predicted.
Meanwhile, in the land of ominous villain music...
This should spur the Phantom Thieves' support even more now. I agree. There are effective ways to use the Phantom Thieves. Now would be the best time to dispose of unnecessary trash, whether they're connected to us or not.
Hey.
Yeah, she's been doing pretty well. And yeah, I knew we'd get a text here. And I believe today we also need to check our text messages because there'll be a photo to unlock for the Thieves' Den as well. Yeah, again, gotta be careful when discussing this thing over a semi-public chat thing. Rumor. Yeah, you get why I chose the name for the Phantom Thieves. They use the word rumor so much in this story. So yeah, this is where, I mentioned this all the way back at the start of the playthrough, but I'll reiterate it. Both of these are very specific terms that refer to certain fictional concepts within the world of Persona 5, and they are also fictional terms as well. So I personally would have maybe translated them a little differently, but yeah, anyway. And also, yeah... Mental shutdowns to me remind me a lot of apathy syndrome from Persona 3. It's not quite the same thing, but conceptually it's quite similar. Well, we know who gave it to us. Nobody seems to believe us if we try and tell them, though. Oh yeah, could Futaba try hacking it? Mysterious app-like thing. Yeah, I'm guessing it has basically no data that you can actually physically search through. It's, in a sense, kind of a, it's almost a living organism that happens to look like a cell phone app.
Damn it, Ryuji. You always find the worst possible things to say.
Oh yeah, and also, we get a request from Mishima today. So yeah, if you try examining the theater, it says things like that it's closing down soon. This is actually why. So this is an interesting Mementos quest, as if you complete it, you actually do gain access to the movie cinema in Yongen, and that one shows different movies to some of the others, and is required for a few Confidant hangouts. So yeah, we actually do have a few more days before the plot really picks up again to go to Mementos and do stuff, and I am going to be doing that relatively soon. Yes, 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 we're still strong. Merchandise of them has even been produced. Oh, is this when the thing happens? Though first, I'm gonna check the text here because, yep, this red Phantom Thieves logo, it means photo. There's a random person in the background making a very cool looking sandcastle. Is this what it's like to feel photogenic? Yes, ever since an Australian sitcom pronounced it that way, I'm always just pronouncing it that way as a joke. Oh, that's you! I was gonna... Oh, right, it is Yusuke. I thought it was just like a person who was sort of blanked out, because it was a random bystander, but no, it's Yusuke. But yeah, that'll unlock that in the Thieves' Den. And yep, there we go, Thieves' Den updated, as soon as we zip to another area. Is it ready yet?
Take your time.
Okay, they're selling Phantom Wafers now. We do need to buy this for Sakai. I'll only take one of them though, because they're not that great. But we want to come back there a little later. Oh hey, it's the foreign barker, not banker. I mean, he's got a point. And, yes, he's having to deal with, racists right now. What are these two saying? I wonder. Yes, maybe one day your superiors will end up being targeted by us, and then they will admit their wrongdoings on their own. But okay, then we've got, just these two. I'll have to remember to buy those later just for the sake of getting all the books. Oh, right, now that we're maxed on charm, I can show what this street vendor sells for full charm.
Hey.
So now we get engraved dog tag for gun boost. High counter, kind of nice, though expensive. Touch and go, that I think, it does something after a baton pass. Let me quickly look that up. Oh, it just gives you a Sukukaja when you do a baton, when you perform a baton pass. And then these things, I think we've already seen those, and then these are the weaker ones. Oh, we have Hala Boost and Mudo Boost in item form as well. But yeah, Gun Boost is kind of cool because that's a bit of a rare skill, and in fact, Gun Boost is really interesting because its name was actually changed in Royal in both Japanese and English. But okay then, do I have Devil? I think I do, because we're going to see Oya today. And then I think I'll call this, because this has been quite a decently long video, but I could have zipped here and ignored the train fare, but oh well. Yes, I have Incubus. So, I wanted to talk about Gun Boost and Gun Amp later. I guess I probably should when I start actually using them, but basically, in the original, like, you might remember them being called Snipe and Cripple, respectively. And they were called that even in Japanese. But in Royal, both in Japanese and English, they renamed them to match the Boost and Amp naming scheme of the rest of the elements, which I greatly welcome because they are literally just Gun Boost and Gun Amp, and I didn't like that they had a different naming scheme in the original game. So yeah, glad that's different now. Incubus, bond with Oya will grow stronger soon.
Well then.
Somewhere else, huh? Huh, problematic, huh? Have their distortions gone wild?
Shit.
Just kind of like, actually had a voice clip of her just casually swearing like that. Oh, looks like there's a pachinko parlor next to this place.
Ugh.
Well, looks like the problematic person has already found us. I mean, it's kind of an invasion of privacy to ask why her phone isn't on. Then again, he's her boss, so maybe he does have a right to know where she is. Well, that lie's already broken. Oya did nothing wrong. Hashtag. I'm okay then. I like how even Joker's like, wait, what? Yeah, so the fact that they acknowledge that and they still have that adult confidants as an option definitely does make some people a little annoyed, but yeah.
Huh?
Well, we have the charm to pull it off. I love the logic aspect of it, and how Joker just flatly agrees. Oh, great. Well, your reaction there just rendered this entire elaborate lie invalid. We're dating, seriously. Yeah, we could kind of tell. What about the girls at the beach? Well, I mean, good thing that your source was arse and not Arn. No new ability from that, but you know what, it's probably for the best since her abilities suck anyway. And here's a charm, increase that I don't need.
Well then.
There is a phone conversation for this one though. At least she's concerned in that regard. Wow, they actually bought that despite the fact that you had that shocked reaction when he mentioned the partner case. Repay you with the power of journalism. Well, unfortunately, the power of journalism is not good. And yeah, we did not get a, rank up for all that, so we will be needing, an affinity reading.
I know this is out of the blue, but, like, could we all meet up at LeBlanc tomorrow?
That was my thought exactly.
I mean, August is almost over already.
Oh, I think I know what he's going to mention.
That worried tone. Could he still have summer vacation homework left to do?
I hate it when teachers give holiday homework.
Was that Morgana? Whoa, how did he know?
I actually called it.
Anyway, I've already hit up Makoto and the others. I'll be counting on you to get me through this tomorrow.
You gotta be kidding. Might as well get some sleep while we can. That black thing was... me? That can't be true. I'm supposed to be human. I should be. If we get rid of the distortion in the depths of mementos, I'm sure it'll all be fine. Sorry, did I wake you up? Oh, my sunburns were hurting and that woke me up. I was absorbing all the sunlight because I'm black. Don't you get it? Oh, I'm not sure what to do when you give me an honestly concerned response like that.
You don't expect people to be concerned for you? Huh.
By the way, it's not like I'm bothered by this or anything, but hypothetically speaking, okay? What would you do if I turned out to be some weird thing?
Define thing. I mean, the thing is, in a sense, we already know you're kind of a weird thing, although we wouldn't put it that way.
I'd be bothered by it. If what I saw from earlier is true, is it okay for me to stay with the Phantom Thieves? And even if I'm with the team, I'm useless at the moment.
So, this actually leads me to something that I just think is actually kind of interesting, the way that the party members are designed. So, I've said that Morgana as a party member gets kind of outclassed by Makoto as a healer once she joins, and now that Futaba has joined as Navigator, Morgana doesn't even have that. And back in Morgana's bio, I said that he kinda is good early on, but sort of starts to get invalidated as the game progresses. I actually think that's intentional.
It's nothing. Well, I've gotten pretty used to my life as a cat, too. And to be frank, this storage room isn't bad either.
Is he finally having development and admitting that he's actually a cat?
Then again, I can't wait to turn back to being a human so I can move out.
Nope, false alarm.
Maybe I'll live a life of luxury in a suite on the highest floor. But rather than becoming some weird thing, maybe staying as a cat isn't so bad either.
Or maybe false alarm.
You and me made a deal, yeah? That means I can stay here. Isn't that right? Thought so. Don't forget what you just said, okay?
Oh, as a cat lover, I really want Morgana to just come in and just, you know, I don't know. I just want to hold and pet Morgana now.
All right.
Come on. Let's hurry up and get to sleep. Night. It'll be fine, right?